So many of you reach out to me about setting boundaries. How do we stop that sort of like inner voice that says, this doesn't feel right, or I'm starting to resent my partner or a friend? And so there are different areas that you can set boundaries. In fact, there are 6. We've got intellectual. So one would be like someone says, hey, I tagged you in a social media post and it's something about like politics or religion or something that you don't agree with. How do you set a boundary there? It could be sexual, where maybe you're dating someone and after 6 months they're like, just so you know, I do have a STI or an STD. I just didn't let you know. What do you do at that point? How are you going to respond in order to kind of keep your own boundaries intact? Then we have physical boundaries. So let's say someone's like, hey, nice to meet you, I'm a hugger. And you're like, well, that's cool that you're a hugger, but I'm not. How do we set a boundary there? Then we've got time, right? So we've got like, okay, can you stop calling me or texting me so much or messaging me so much? And so then they just start doing it on social media. What do you do there? We've got material boundaries. Maybe someone that you really love is like, hey, can you make a financial commitment to this, but money's really tight. And then finally we have emotional boundaries. So they're building a house next to me. It's so loud. So like maybe the person you're dating is like, I want you to apologize for something that you did wrong, but you really don't feel like you did something wrong. All of these are instances where we might kind of change our expectations, or we might say it's easier to avoid conflict, or maybe this isn't the fight that I want to fight. Anytime we do that, though, it kind of builds up in this pile of things that later can lead to resentment. None of that is healthy for a relationship. We want to kind of set the record straight right away, talk it out, figure it out. And most of the time, if people know how we feel, it's okay. So if someone says, hey, nice to meet you, I'm a hugger, you can just say, cool, but can we just do this for right now? I'm not really into hugging right now. Most times people are like, okay, cool. Right? And if they proceed to hug you, then that says way more about them than it does about you. The key to setting boundaries is to figure out what you value, what you fight for, what you will allow in your life, and teach others how to maintain those boundaries. And then you do it for them too. I'm Dr. Meredith Rausch, helping you connect better with each other and yourself by setting boundaries.